ISD. I'm Breck.
And I'm Brooks.
And he's Dr. B. JJ.
And we're here to give you the facts you need to know about the 2021 RISD bond election.
That's right, Brooks. In part because of our growing student population, the RISD Board of Trustees called a bond election for this November. We're going to be joined here by Dr. John Villarreal, Superintendent of Rockwall ISD, to give us information.
Dr. John J.J. Villarreal became superintendent of Rockwall ISD in 2016, and he's with us to talk about the bond proposal.
Hey, thanks, Brooke. Thanks, Brett. Glad to be here today to provide some information related to our bond, 2021 bond in particular, along with the November 2nd election coming soon.
Dr. Villarreal, let me begin by asking, why did the Board of Trustees call a bond election?
You may not realize it, but Rockwall ISD grew over 3,000 students in the last 10 years, and we anticipate another growth of students of 3,500 kids in the next 10 years. And so we've got to be ready for this growth. So our board took a community-driven approach, put together some people in our community along with parents, business leaders, and staff, and came together to develop and present a long-range plan and a bond to our board. And our board voted to move forward back in August with a $475.8 million bond to help us with that growth so we can address our facility needs.
3,500 new students? That's a lot.
Definitely, it's a lot. That's the type of growth that requires planning ahead, and we've been doing that over the last 5 years, and we know that our community expects excellence in the classroom. We want to keep delivering that excellence for our kids and you guys as we continue to grow. So facilities are definitely a great need with growth.
It sounds like there's a lot to learn about what this bond proposal will do and what our viewers want to know. Can you share some information about Proposition A and B?
Yeah, thanks, Breck. Great request there. Yes, Proposition A would provide just under $459 million worth of facilities. In this portion of Proposition A, we're looking at 2 ninth grade centers, one to help relieve the enrollment growth at Rockwall High School north of 30, and then south of 30, we're looking to relieve the enrollment growth at Heath High School with the ninth graders as well. We have 2 properties on the north side on 1141 just south of Hayes. We have a property big enough to be a high school in the future, and that ninth grade center would be built there. And then here at the Gene Burton site, we have plenty of property to build a ninth grade center that would feed into Heath High School. Also in the bond, we have a new middle school to help relieve some of the enrollment growth. We have a lot of enrollment growth at Kane Middle School. And so we'd have a new middle school on the south side of 30, and then basically that would give 2 middle schools that would feed into Rockwall High School north of 30, and then 2 middle schools to feed into Heath High School south of 30. Also in the bond, we have some rock star 6th graders at the elementary school that can do more. Our 6th graders can advance in academics and also participate in the electives that are offered at the middle school. So the plan would be to renovate the existing middle schools. We have 3 of those to accommodate 6th graders in the future. Well, when you move approximately 1,500 6th graders out of the elementary and you happen to be at Linda Lyon, which is our largest and fastest growing elementary school, now you have empty seats where those 6th graders have gone to middle school to serve the growth at our elementary schools, or those students that are coming to us in a K through 5 program. So that's generally the Proposition A bond. It does include buses to help with transportation and things like that. And then also in the bond, we have Proposition B. Now, that being said, it's mostly about technology and addressing the technology needs in the classroom. And so imagine a classroom without any technology at all. That would be a problem, but the way the legislators have voted for districts to move forward with bonds, we have to move out the technology that would normally be in one bond into 2 separate proposals in order to meet those rules and requirements. And so technology is a part of Proposition B, which is just under approximately $17 million. It'll include infrastructure, Chromebooks, all the things needed for instruction, presentation stations for the teachers and their technology needs as well, and the infrastructure to address growth. And then also, as you know, computers don't last forever, right? Mm-hmm. So you got 4 to 5 years where you're using technology, and then at that point you've got to refresh. So we'll be accommodating the students and the Chromebooks as we refresh those computers as well.
Well, thank you, Dr. Villarreal, for informing us about our community about the bond proposal.
You guys are great. Thanks for having me, Brooks and Breck. We appreciate you being a part of the team and helping us today.
Yes, sir. Thank you. You can catch your ballot on this important election day beginning Monday, October 18th. Check rockwallisd.com/2021 bond proposal for this list of voting locations.
Election Day is Tuesday, November 2nd. Make sure to make your voice be heard.
That was great timing.
Should call ourselves the Three Musketeers.
Well, now as we get a break, Dr. V, football or baseball, what would you rather play?
Great question. That's a hard question because I love them both. So I probably, especially after watching both football teams, they're really awesome. I'm going to go with football.
I would choose baseball.
Okay, baseball.
All right, music or podcast?
Music or podcast? Well, because we're in the bond information time for our community, I'm going to go with the podcast.
What a surprise.
Well, Dr. V, I hate asking you this one, but chocolate chip cookies or just a cookie?
Yeah, I am known in my house for being the cookie monster, I assure you. But when you look at these two great cookies, the ultimate cookie for me is peanut butter.
You know, Dr. V, I'm known as the cookie hater in my
Is
house.
that right? You don't like cookies?
Oh, no.
What sweets do you like?
Nothing.
Oh, okay. All right. Kind of a protein guy? You like steak?
Oh, steak.
Okay, there we go.
I'm all American.
There you go. There you go.
Well, Dr. V, this is a tough one. Rockwall or Heath?
That is a tough one because I love them both and I love them both equally, so I'm going to wear both hats at the same time.
He should put on that Heath hat. Well, we've had a great audience today. Let's see what they got.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. They did that for me.
Yeah, it's good to have fans, isn't it?
Oh, yeah.
All right.